We've been married 40 years. We have 4 children. Tommy falls into the third of that. He is the third child that we had. And well, it's been a little bit of a roller coaster, our life with Tom. We noticed when Tom was 18 months old that he was different. He was a good boy. He just didn't understand how to interact. We tried everything. I tried role playing with him. And this went on until he hit school. And then he did start acting out.
He had to sit in a certain place in the car. When we got out of the car, we had to let him open the door to the house, because if we didn't, or if one of his siblings opened, an immediate fit.
There were times when he, something would be okay one day and then the next day he might get upset about, and you didn't know why. School was just not for him. He's smart enough. It just was very hard for him to understand why homework was important for his grade. That's spatial Asperger's, where he couldn't understand why something he did at home was going to affect his grade at school. He had a few jobs. There's been a few, but they never really worked out.
Oh, you set that up.
He would finally get an interview after so many applications, and you wish as a parent that you could go with them and you could speak for them and say, no, he's reliable, he's dependable, he's going to show up, he's a good guy. But you can't. You have to send them in on their own, and we don't know what went on in those interviews, but he would never get called back. And that's, as a parent, heartbreaking when you know he can add to society. He was capable, and I knew that.
Okay, so
When Linda told me about Aspire, we were really at the point where he hadn't worked in 5 years. For a while, we'd go through periods where he was so depressed by it that he didn't want to make applications.
because it was a lot of failure. There was no success listed in there. If there was anything that I saw as success, it was that I knew that I was doing something wrong.
We went in for the interview, and I immediately liked everybody I met there. Kind people, nice people. The woman who interviewed us looked Tom in the eye and talked to him, and she was really getting a great response. And I was just hoping they would accept him, and they did.
The wonderful thing about the program is that they train him in the environment. When I went to his graduation party, I was just floored. He was so happy. He was interacting with everyone. We couldn't have been more proud to be there at that moment and share with him receiving his graduation certificate. And
Aspire goes on forever. It's not just, okay, we're done with you, you've got your job, and it's over. And this has been so wonderful for us to be able to fall back on Aspire. I can't say enough wonderful things about this program. Yes, it has changed our life and the lives of his siblings.
many times they would say to us, "What are you going to do about Tom? What happens when something happens to you?" And we had no answers. We had no answers.
No answers.
And Aspire's given us some real hope.